Kled just running at them. Oh, we got baited for a second there. It's the Coke Ball.
I thought it was just like a nice shout out to Gen G. It's a surprisingly slow game, gentlemen. I was expecting more violence.
Yeah, so was I.
Me too.
I watched the LCK go at a kill a minute earlier today. Crowny dashes in, but the Unbreakable Wall just too strong in this sort of situation. Yike coming in as well to bolster the defense of this tower. Crowny and LeBron will back away. TP invested by G2 as he's going to charge behind the tower. Flash Magnet Storm. Crowny trying to get away, but there's no time on his flash. Still 7 seconds away from safety as G2 open up the scoring in this game.
G2 down a little bit. Mickey looking for a fight.
It's going to be a collapse. Mickey's overstepping because the rest of G2 are on their way to collapse to this. You can see Yike coming in. Nuke dives forward with the killer instinct. And now Yike is in a perfect position for the engage. Caps coming in from the side as well. And Crowny is immediately locked up, stunned up, and shut out of the fight. He's got 200 HP left, but not for long as G2 collapse.
But then the collapse from Yike and Caps was absolutely devastating as BDS couldn't disengage in time. And you just look at the bottom of your screen. I don't know if... he can.
Broken Blade. Dominus, the bear trap on the Broken Blade. Can drop the aggro, jumps up Skarl, and it's a solo in the top lane.
And now Nuke is in danger.
He's in a lot of danger as Broken Blade starts to collapse. The killer instinct out, but Yike once again. Magnet Storm just a little bit short, but the charge coming in from the Kled should mean that Nuke can't get away from this. Broken Blade going for Shayo first as they lock him up underneath the tower. Next up, concussive blows for the CC. And Nuke will fall to the bear trap. 5 kills now for Kled. I'm just going to say, I watched the LCK Finals earlier today. Spoilers, Gen G won 3-0. That finished 5 hours ago, and I think that was less over than this game already is, okay? You can put all the hope you want into BDS, but G2 just tower dive for an absolute year, and they're the ones getting out alive. And it is Adam getting locked up. He pops the Dominus, just about able to escape with the wild growth. LeBron forced up towards the top.
Hold up, Fennec. Hold up.
Maybe Crowny has an opportunity here as Broken Blade's forced low, but the Unbreakable Wall comes in now. And G2 exactly that. Caps will get shut down. And BDS, it was a quick cast to curse.
That was a huge one.
I'm an ambassador for Team BDS.
No, I know.
You just gave Kaiser 2 shutdowns. That's how I knew it all along. You just never lose faith.
BDS are actually, they got some damage, you know, if G2 overextend and don't get that kill.
Hex flash from Yike into the Shadowing Strike, and that's enough to take out the Lulu. Adam forced under the towers. Crowny kills Caps. The lightning crash, a little bit more damage than Caps expected as he dashed forward.
I don't think Hans and Mickey will have the wave clear.
Going, Adams and behind Summer trying to get onto that backline, stunned up with concussive blows though, and the Magnet Storm will lock him up for days. Adam doing everything he can, but he can't do enough as the charge comes in from Broken Blade. He jumps onto Crowny, no summoners left on the Zeri right now. The Living Artillery almost finds his mark, but can't quite find his man. Nuke forced away as well, flash forward from Hans Summer, but the concussive blow stun, and that's 2 for G2. I have no idea, but it was cool in the moment, and I said it, you know?
Yeah. Cool spot.
Daisy goes into the bush, trying to be stealthy. Fails her sleight of hand check as they're locked up here. So much damage already coming out from G2. Adam's still healthy enough though, as Broken Blade takes the tower. Crowny dashes across the wall. The cleanse has been used as Caps goes in once again. Yike tanks another tower shot, and G2 able to get 1 kill out of that fight. The Nectar Ultimate can be very powerful in fights like this. BDS, no vision in the pit, no control wards for them either. They're putting the bushes in to try and garner a little bit of sight, but soon those will fall down. And with the charge coming in, Yike going in, the Magnet Storm as well. Hans Summer starts to open up across the wall, and already the brother's down. There's 2, there's 3, G2 don't even need their mid laner to help them clean up the fights. Crowny flashes away, Broken Blade dismounted in the middle of his charge. Crowny with a lightning crash might try and turn this one back around. Broken Blade, a third of that bar built up to remounting, but the Baron aggroed still, and Hans Summer takes it out. G2 will use that opportunity to open up the top side of the map. BDS really only with their Nexus towers left to defend. LeBron has to flash the bear trap. Glacial Fissure was coming out as well. All 3 inhibitors down now. And it took him a little bit longer than I think we expected, but G2 should be able to close this one out from here.
One-sided affair, it largely feels from G2 outside of a couple of plays where they got a little too over-aggressive. They're looking to end game 1 right here, right now.
Adam flashes in, stunned up immediately, but there's just no damage from the rest of the team. Hans Summer spitting fire and taking out all of BDS. Broken Blade 8-0-5, he went legendary on this Kled as G2 go legendary in game 1.
Is it chase time? for Caps.
Yeah, might be.
Yeah, it looks like it. Good predict there.
Makes a lot of sense.
Especially with AP jungle, right? You want that extra physical damage threat. There's the Jace locked in.
That's literally all he wants to do, secure this Grom.
Yike here might be caught out a little bit. Mickey coming in as well. Nuke jumping forward. Yike exhausted. They're trying to take down the air Flynn. Supposed to charge reset. There's the stun with concussive blows and first blood to BDS. Mickey jumping away with the Riptide. The flash will escape for the moment. Caps might look for a little bit more damage on the retreat.
Ooh, Yike's gonna die again.
Adam spots him. No flash for Yike here either. The Noxian Guillotine coming down. And that will be enough for Adam. Get his first kill of the game.
Not so much, you know, the gang setup at level 6, you can start to threaten any of these lanes. All of them have their flashes up still other than the Braum. But it's just that the power farming has been put on hold.
Really great play there.
Hooking in Shadows here. Trigger Seed down already. Crownie's using the cleanse early. It's concussive blows goes down onto Mickey Hunt. Some attack with Winter's Bite. But it will be 3-0 in favor of BDS.
Crownie really wants to get the wave in, but also chunk Hansama enough to get a plate too. A little bit greedy. Hansama having Halo Blades, but Hansama is
Hansama going in, the Unbreakable immediately from LeBluff, and Hansama will fall. Crownie will fall in response.
Hansama.
Glacial Fisher goes down, tags him, and Hansama, even with the killer instinct, is gonna fall. Mickey now coming in from the side, and Crownie can dance across that wall if he wants. BDS able to distract G2 enough around the Riptail to secure their second neutral objective of the game, and with it, about a 2,000 gold lead.
Or in the Renekton rather, last game, the Darius now isn't left in isolation. BB has no ult. Shio can land this.
Caller comes out, Adam there for the chase, uses the Decimate hook on Nuke in the mid lane. As he's locked up, he can flash and jump away. Broken Blade will fall to the blade of Adam, and BDS starting to run away with this game.
They are, Medic. BDS are finding so much on the map right now. And so much of it comes off the back of punishing Yike twice. That initial pick on the bot side of the map. The pick that they found around the red buff, thanks to Adam.
Oh, they hooked him out the way, so they could snipe him!
Genius! That is genius for Mickey and Caps.
So there's no damage whatsoever in terms of threatening one-shots. It's just Caps, really, that's stronger than Nuke. So Mickey's just hovering around mid to make sure he can get the push. And BB's trying to
flash hook. Nuke. He cancelled. He pulled out of the jump there. He tried to get away, but Nuke falls so low. The Trigger Seed and Yike almost gets the kill. Will in the end secure it. Can jump away as well with the last caress. Another hook, but that's onto a minion. Can't quite catch out Sheo. Meanwhile, Adams worked his way down from the top lane. Yike healing up. Puts the charm down, looking to allure. Adam charms him back. Yike low though. Noxian Guillotine. No time to use it. The last caress is the last breath of life for Adam. Yike caught with the Winter's Bite. Control ward down as well as Sheo looks to join the fight from the side. Mickey locked up for a long time. Daisy with the knockup as well, and G2 can't defend him. Hansama now has to flash away. This BDS doing the catching. Another knockup as Daisy's come to play. A double for Crownie in the fight. They want the fight.
Yeah. Here they go. Nuke has a TP on the wave, but BB's position's good.
Crownie stunned up with the Predator coming in already. Hansama gets Crownie down to half HP. The redemption out. Killer instinct in from Hansama. Caps now isolated from the rest of G2. He tries to kill off Crownie, but he just doesn't have the damage. Broken Blade locked up as well. And BDS turn the tables on the fight as they find two.
They are very concerned about where this Evelyn is.
The control ward in the bush by the river might be enough, but Yike's going through the tower range. Caps locked up with the Root Caller, no flash on him. Oh, it does have the flash as he tries to get away, but he's already shut out. Yike going for Crownie, but he can't get close enough, and now BDS starting to hop, skip, and jump their way through this fight. Daisy stepping forward towards Broken Blade. Nuke's already killed off Yike, and that's two, as Caps fell earlier in the fray. Broken Blade will follow, and Mickey tries to walk away, but Adam's on the chase. Gets a bit of damage down, looking for a little bit more. Ghosting forward, the apprehend, the hammer comes down. An axe, in fact, for BDS as they guillotine their way through G2. First inhibitor tower does fall, so does the second, and G2 really can't defend against this. You can see Broken Blade just looking for some semblance of a little bit of gold somewhere on the map, but that tower's still very tanky, and BDS still pushing into the next. Flashes forward, tries to kill off Nuke, but can't take him out. And that's indicative of everything that's gone wrong for G2 in this game. They just do not have the damage to work through the utility from BDS. The Nexus Tower is now the target for BDS. And although G2 was so dominant in Game 1, BDS are having none of it in Game 2. Hansama with a killer instinct, but that killer instinct will do naught for him, but lead him to his death. The BDS even us out at 1-1.
And that was promised.
They have the options, and I think, yeah, Alistar is still good into both of them here. Like, it's good into Rakan as a matchup.
Sheo has the trigger seed. Yike flashes, Shadowing Strike. Sheo trying to flash away, gets chased down with Bear Trap on a rope, and Sheo will fall first. First blood to G2.
That was clean. That was really clean. I was expecting engage onto the Renekton, but they might dive him as well. Level 3 now. Might be a 1-for-1 though.
Builds up the Fury, gets knocked back. Adam locked up, looks for the Ruthless Predator stun, and it is a 1-for-1. As you say, K-Draw, but a plate falls and a wave falls in favor of G2. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Adam's going to have to try and survive this. Cold and Meek pulled back with Bear Trap on a rope. Broken Blade dismounts, and there's the kill. And Broken Blade will survive with the triumph.
Means that this should be a nice window for BDS to look for a base. They want to try and make sure this wave gets underneath the tower.
Yikes, so deep. True Shot Barrage has to be flashed away from, but now Yike with Flash and Shadowing Strike will get the stun. Mickey looking for a little bit more. Crownie down to 200 HP. Yike unable to get in range, and Lebrov doing a good job of body blocking here, but Caps is on his way. And I don't think Lebrov and Crownie are going to survive for too much longer. Caps misses everything. He missed everything under the sun. But still, Crownie.
The next Q though, here it comes.
He hits that one. That's enough to get the kill.
Nice sidestepping from Crownie, right? Nice sidestepping. Sheo looking to try and punish Caps here. Should be able to get away to safety though. Nuke on the rotation down.
Good dash onto Caps. Might have to flash his flash though. He needs to be careful here, Caps, to react to the pushback.
That's the route. Flash push. Doesn't manage to flash over it. And it should be BDS getting their second kill of the game. Give it over to Nuke. The Emperor deserves his prize. It's 4 stomachs. Chewing the cud. Summer can dash across the wall here. Lebrov still looking for him. Mickey with the charm. Lebrov waiting for it to expire. And Mickey flashes. And in the end, all that for naught. Summer though. No arcane shift locked up. Lebrov knocks him against the wall. And Nuke should be able to pick up his second kill of the game. Doesn't give you as much upright damage. Nuke here shuffles Mickey back. He can battle dance away from this one. Yike trading in as well. A 3v3 erupts in the mid lane as the Pop Blossom finds 2. And immediately Sheo's just locked up. Caps not underneath the tower, just out of range, and that is enough to keep him alive as Lebrov tried to isolate him.
I mean, Mickey starts that play off. Yike looking for more. I don't really think they can convert this into much. Yike wasn't underneath the tower. While it was a good combo from Lebrov, no additional damage will come through. But Mickey forcing that engagement that Nuke used his ultimate very early. Oh,
Flash Shadowing Strike, and Nuke doesn't get an opportunity to move.
Now Crownie in trouble.
Everywhere across the map, G2 begin to pounce, begin to strike. The Feather Storm buys him a second, but he needs to buy a lot more than that, and you can't buy an extra life in this game. Lebrov going forward once again. Caps low, down to 200, but Lebrov will be the first to fall in the fight. The Rift Herald charged into the mid lane as well. Sheo trying to trade. Oh, Sheo! The knockback, Sheo so low. The quickness comes back, and Sheo, even with a stopwatch, won't be able to get himself out of dodge. Nuke finally slides back in and gets another. The G2 just erupt into life across the map.
10 kills to 4 now.
Crownie.
Has Flash, has Cleanse.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to get away with it.
Doesn't matter.
Does not matter. The cantankerous Cavalier.
Can he get out though, is the question.
BB, no TP. Starts the recall. 4 seconds left.
Lebrov needs to ward it.
There's the ward, there's the knockup. And there is a BB falling. Give it over to Nuke again.
Yeah, another shutdown over. So if you look at that sequence, that was actually a nice try by G2. What they did was they used the Nico TP. Hang on a second, Caps.
Onto Lebrov.
Oh my god.
And Adam and Pop by name, Pop by nature for G2. They find 2 more, and now Baron very much on the card.
Yeah, Baron's gone.
Caps still has the flash and the Pop Blossom. He's going in with the mini Krug again. The Shirelles have been used. There's the Manga Storm. Caps with the 4-man Pop Blossom, and BDS are just removed from the game. They can do exactly that, Cajal. BDS can't defend. Adam tries to catch mid-wave, but it's not going to be enough.
That was disgusting. All 4 members just thrown up and then slammed back down into the ground. It was a one-shot. G2 in 23 minutes will take game 3.
Caps, 10-1 on Nico. Yep. That's permaban for the next game, I can tell you that. Okay, interesting. So
they want a little bit more utility.
And there's the
sorry,
Poppy.
engage.
Yeah, I think that Poppy pick, like the Rakan, also gives
Yeah,
it
he's
so
just
much value. It's like an insta-slam.
Hey, we used the playoffs insult with Mark for like 3
That's
years,
fair, that's
okay?
true.
What do you mean 3 years? You still do it.
Mickey looking for the second route. Sheo on his way across. Crowny going in. Hans Summer tries to flash away with the Twisted Ones. It will follow him. Crowny gets the first kill. Mickey will be short to follow. A double for BDS in the bottom lane.
So, gonna spell a lot of danger later on.
Adam, Counter-Strike in, looking for the stun of caps. He has to flash away. Yike coming in, as well as Mickey flashes forward for the route. Nuke has the flash to get across the wall here. Yike in a little bit of a tricky situation. Can just walk his way through. Adam going back in. Broken Blade on his way to collapse.
Poppy's
the
coming.
Counter-Strike to say. Poppy on her way across, and Adam knocked into the wall way too deep from the BDS top laner as Nuke dashes forward onto Caps. Should be able to kill him off with the explosive shot. Gets a reset as well, but won't go for more. 1-for-1 in the trade. Having backed away to reset and get himself that Hex-like alternator. This should be an easy enough secure for BDS. Lavrov is trying to keep Yike around. Mickey going forward. They get on to Sheo and they burst him out of it. Already Sheo down, the smite away from Yike as well. The Pop Blossom coming in. Nuke dashing forward, gets one in response. Tries to jump across the wall, flashes away from the Tangle Barbs. A 1-for-1 exchange, but the Dragon going over to G2. You could say that as Nuke goes forward with the damage on the Caps. As Pop Blossom busts a shot away. LeBron coming in as well with the quickness as Caps. Tries to escape, but it's an absolute massacre in the mid lane. BDS collapse, another double for Crowny, and top it up with one for Nuke to boot. It really is. Hansama going in, the lightning crash immediately used. LeBron gets the charm through the killer instinct to flash away from Hansama. Gets him to safety, but a superb hook. Mickey takes the shutdown, not what you want if you're a G2 fan, but able to find something out of nothing there. Reminder, the winner of the series is guaranteed one of our top 3 world spots. G2, they've been there many times before, but for BDS, an organization that only joined the LEC 2 years ago, what an improvement it would be. Is the Counter-Strike coming out onto Mickey from Adam. He flashes away. Sheo with the Nature's Grasp, but Adam's already fallen. The Bob now trying to get away from it as Sheo turns his attention over to the Rift Tower. The Bob will be able to escape. Crowny picks up the Rift Tower eye.
Hans doesn't have ultimate yet. They're really chasing this. They can maybe get his flash. See if Caps can get in range with the flash.
Nuke tries to bust a shot back. Pop Blossom flash immediately. Nuke tries to flash away but can't escape it. As the Pop Blossom lands, Rift Out used in the mid lane. That will get one charge off and take down the tier 1. LeBob now looking for the flank as Yike and Caps a little bit behind enemy lines. The Rift Out still charging in. Caps going low. The quickness comes out and he'll fall. LeBob now looking for Yike as Crowny continues to push in mid. He's taking the tier 2. And in the end, an exchange of towers and kills across the map. Still very difficult to get out of a Pop Blossom when the Poppy ult person is flashed on top of you. Keeper's verdict. Is it guilty? Not quite. It's Sheo able to secure the Dragon now for BDS. The Nature's Grasp has been used as BDS look for a little bit more, but now Caps, he's coming in as a minion and the Pop Blossom gets 2. Adam and Sheo locked up. Sheo already down. The Bob in the middle of the pit. He's going to fall as well. 2 kills to G2. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Yike and Caps coming out of the bushes, and Adam pops the Counter-Strike. Pop Blossom will lock him up. Mickey there with a hook as well, and Adam not given a chance to move away at all. But BDS perhaps looking for a collapse. Can't quite find it. LeBron and Sheo just on that front line. Nuke here to join. Crowny there as well. The TP in from Broken Blade. G2 want to take this fight now. Crowny with a lightning crash didn't actually hit onto anyone, but the Ultra Shock laser does so much work, and Nuke jumps forward. Look for Yike. Needs a bit more damage. The Buster Shot enough. BDS pick up 2. Hansama dodging around the edge of the fight. Broken Blade now in the midst of them all. Knock. Keeper's verdict finds 1. Crowny left all to his lonesome as G2 find another.
Because the Maokai in the Rakana disruption front line. But the Jax, here comes Poppy actually.
Straight on to Crowny, the hook coming out as well. The Crowny is just deleted. The Bob coming back with the quickness as Nuke jumps forward. TP in from Caps. He looks to join the fray. Sheo low, the Pop Blossom finds Nuke, and that's exactly the target they wanted. The Counter-Strike from Adam, all on his shoulders now, but Broken Blade and G2 perfectly tanking the tower. No one dies from G2.
Beautiful play from Broken Blade. Mickey continuing to look for hooks. Yike setting up for a, I think a zoning sort of flank, not really threatening the dive.
Lebrov also getting spells out as Mickey lands another hook. Lebrov will fall once again. The Keeper's verdict knocks back 2. Broken Blade looking for Crowny, can't quite find enough damage on him. Another hook once again from Caps. Finds Adam, and Caps will follow it up with a 2-man knock-up. Sheo and Nuke the last defenders here for BDS, but G2 just continue the pressure, continue to push forward. Has the TP as well to join a fight if it does begin. Sheo could look for something here. The Nature's Grasp possible.
Sheo
goes on to Broken Blade. There's the TP in by Caps, and Sheo is just demolished. And you can have a big Raptor, which is very important for the sequence as the depth charge comes out. Caps goes forward and lands a two-man once again. The Pop Blossom, a flourish on top of a great performance here by G2. Counter-strike though in by Adam as he finds one. Nuke now can open up as well, and it's only Yike and Broken Blade left to defend here. Adam and Nuke will clean it up, a triple for Nuke to round it out. TP ward for him, he'll TP in immediately. That Baron already down to 8,000 HP as G2 start to collapse. The hook once again onto Lebrov. The keeper's verdict knocks back one, but the Baron secured by BDS. Now G2 can look for more. Caps rooted a long way away. The Nature's Grasp found him around the mid lane. Adam starting to reset, flash away by Sheo from that hook. Broken Blade once again, that front line. Adam's going to be watched by Caps here. Counter-strike out by Adam. Sheo on the top side of the fight as BDS begin to be split up just a little bit. Sheo spotted. Caps still coming in, using the sweepers. He's a little wolf this time, but Nuke with a great buster shot will knock him back. Lebrov still locked up and killed off by G2, but the rest of BDS should be able to escape. Close things out until that top lane play. Now Mickey a little bit further forward. The rest of his team has to flash away. They were trying to collapse on Adam. Long range Void Seeker does connect. Mickey isolated. BDS looking for the collapse. Nature's Grasp. Sheo's just chasing one person by himself. Adam now being locked up. He tries to jump away. Knocked back with the keeper's verdict. Broken Blade doing a lot of work, and Adam will fall first. G2 now collapsing on the rest of BDS. Lebrov trying to get across the wall, but the steadfast presence will hold him in place, and the pillar helping out as well. The quickness coming out as they manage to charm Yike. Nuke and Crowny trying to collapse from two sides of the fight, but the pincer movement isn't enough quite yet. Caps falling low. Pop Blossom Caps down before the pop could come through. Crowny now opening up. Hansama dodging away as well, but Crowny's doing so much work. Lebrov and Crowny's still alive. Crowny trying to dash away from Broken Blade, and Yike, he's at 300 HP, but is that enough to hold on to the game for BDS?
Ping's coming down. They know exactly where he is. Stun into the wall.
And he's killed off, but he buys enough time for the respawns to come back out. Adam's back alive.
They have double Rabadons as well. GA.
Rob hooked.
Whoa.
Adam, counter-strike, gets the double. Stun, but look at the damage onto Lebrov. The depth charge going to chase him down as well. Adam uses the Zhonya's, keeper's verdict, doesn't hit onto anyone. The minions block it. Broken Blade, though, still in the midst of BDS, is able to get two. Lebrov with the charm onto the big Raptor. They thought it was Caps, I guess. So he quickness the Razor Beak.
I think he also trying to look for an angle, but
Crowny's killed off by Hansama. Void Seeker's doing so much work. Nuke, Lebrov, and Sheo, the last-ditch defense for BDS. Another hook from Mickey onto Lebrov. There's a Pop Blossom onto all three, and you have to feel it's done. Nuke sniped the double for Hans. Sheo chomped, and another for Hans to boot. It's a triple to round it out as G2 take 3 wins and will make their way to Montpellier and make their way to Worlds.
hold up, he got a Quadra, Wait, maybe it's going to go for him.
Hansama. No, Brownie's not giving it to him. They're all running forward. They can't get it.
Oh, they died.
No Penta for Hansama, but I'm sure he'll be proud of his prize.